So when Trump comes on the scene 3 years later, were you like, wow?
Yes. I went, this is the first, I called him a politician, but he was a candidate. I was like, this is the first politician that makes sense to me because he talked the way my father and my uncles and many men in my life, especially in the construction world, talked. He talked normal, and he talked about it, issues that we cared about, like ending foreign wars, putting America first. And he talked about so many of the things that none of the politicians would ever dare talk about because that might not be the right way to talk.
Yep.
So he was very appealing.
Was it love at first sight?
Absolutely.
For a politician?
Yes, love at first sight.
So you weren't buying into any of the controversies that the media was kicking around back then. You were an early supporter.
I never bought into any of the garbage.
Well, this would be important for your future political life, to not buy into garbage being printed by the media.
We didn't buy into it. I didn't buy into it, and a lot of people I knew didn't buy into it.
But you were not yet a politician, we should point out. So you were still running a construction company. You were a business owner and businesswoman.
Raising 3 children.
Okay, so how old were your kids at this point?
Well, gosh, so they are 22, 25, and 27. So
they're adolescent.
Back in 2016, high school and middle school.
All right.
Yes.
And so now at some point you decide to throw your hat in the ring and actually run for Congress, which is a huge decision.
Yes.
So how do you go from not being really that political to actually running for office?
I know it sounds crazy. So 2016, I really started paying attention because of Donald Trump. And that led, and it was also the whole world of social media opening up. There was so much more information that was outside of mainstream news that was on social media that I found very interesting, and many people did. And so I really started paying attention. And it was watching the Republicans in 2017 fail on multiple fronts. Number one, they didn't fight against the Russia hoax. And it was so clear and obvious to me that it was a complete lie. And Republicans basically stood down and allowed Donald Trump just to be pummeled. And it was disgusting to me. I was like, how are they doing this? It just was so repulsive. And then it was in 2018, they passed the largest budget. I think at that time it was $1.3 trillion. It was a just bloated budget. They even funded Planned Parenthood. They did all these things that they had said they weren't going to do, and then they flat out did them. And then they did not repeal the Affordable Care Act.
Right.
And our family, that hurt us in particular because we bought our own health insurance. It wasn't given to us at some job. And when the Affordable Care Act passed, our family's health insurance went from around $800 a month to over $2,400 a month. It killed us. That was more than our mortgage payment.
Because if you had more than like a certain number of employees, you really took it. I remember my brother, who's also a business owner in Georgia, was trying to keep the employees under that number. I can't remember if it was under 50 or under 100, but he was trying not to hire even one more person so he could avoid the exorbitant increases that were coming from Obamacare.
Exactly. It was terrible.
Right. So what's that doing to the economy?
Killing us. It was killing us. And so all of those problems were supposed to be the problems that Republicans were supposed to fix. And at the same time, they weren't defending and protecting the president that we had elected and truly believed in his message. And I'll never forget, it was in January of 2019, watching Nancy Pelosi take the gavel and become Speaker of the House again.
Trigger.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to say the F word.
You can on this podcast.
I did. I was like, fuck it. I'm running for Congress.
Wow.
Because I felt like they don't have regular people in there that understand. It's like, who is in Congress that gets it? And so I was so naive, though, Megyn. I was so naive. I just thought that you could just run for Congress and ask for everybody's vote and go up there and fix problems. And, oh, boy, it's been quite a ride since.
Yeah, you've learned a lot. So you were elected in what year did you come into the Congress?
2020.
Right, in 2020.
Yes.
At the height of the craziness.
Insanity.
The year America lost its mind.
Yes.
Now, what I remember back then was you got in trouble for tweets about Sandy Hook or Parkland,
No, they accused that. They laid that on me. But I had always been very vocal against how horrific school shootings are. They're horrific.
They're going to take anything. When you're a young Republican woman, which you're not allowed to be, that's not okay.
Right.
They're going to throw everything at you. And if they can paint you to be a nutcase, so much the better. They always say nuts are sluts. That's what they do, especially conservative women.
Oh, yeah. And I think they could tell I meant what I was saying. And so
you're threatening. You're a good communicator.
So they created this whole new character of me that didn't exist. And I was not prepared for it. I had no media training. I had nothing.
You hadn't even had a lifetime as an arguer.
No. Oh, no, never. My first GOP meeting was when I walked into one and said, I'm Marjorie Taylor Greene and I'm running for Congress. It's my first GOP meeting.
Oh.
I had no idea what I was getting into.
Well, but I mean, that's what we want, right? The whole idea of the founders was like the citizen politician who would come and serve for a limited time and not get bought and paid for and need the job or padding their, stock account, Nancy, with, access to insider information. She denies it. So that must have been very eye-opening for you to start realizing like how things work and you have to do certain things not the way you want, but the way leadership wants. I mean, you tell me, what were the eye-opening?
Oh, no. For me, I came in with my hair on fire. I was mad at everybody. Everybody.
Because you people suck.
100%.
Okay.
I was like, this whole city sucks. Like, it's destroying us. It's killing us. And that's, but you know what? I still feel that way.
Yeah.
I literally still feel that way. I wasn't ready for the media blitz. I wasn't ready for what they were going to do to me. So let me tell you, I learned all the hard lessons, and now I'm fine.
Like what?
Just how they will lie. And so I've learned that when I'm at the Capitol, my staff will record the entire in whatever questioning there is, whatever interviews I get.
Very smart.
They record them all, and we put the whole thing out on social media. So they can't cut up my words. At least I have a way of fighting back. So I learned little tricks like that.
How about intra-party?
Okay, intra-party is the most interesting thing. I'm not a leadership person. They can't buy my vote. They can't talk me into it. I'm so independent, and it's the best place to be. I went in believing I had to join the Freedom Caucus because I thought, okay, these are where the good guys are, like-minded people. Actually, I'm not in the Freedom Caucus anymore because oftentimes they end up making a deal or selling out, and I don't think it serves the best interest. However, there are other things that I'll vote for because, like, for example, appropriations. My district needs road project help. They need water help. They need help with police and fire requests. So, and I think that's what our tax dollars should go towards. I won't vote for a foreign war. I'm not voting for your foreign aid garbage. I'm not going to vote for whatever stupid special interest thing that you're going to ask me to vote for. But I want our appropriation bills, and I want the money to come back to my district.
Presumably what your constituents want from you.
That's what they want. I think that's what we're supposed to do. But I'm not going to, I'm mad every single day that we don't have a balanced budget. As a business owner, it makes no sense.
I know. You could never run a business like this.
Oh, no. We'd be homeless people.
So what do we think the effect of the sparring between President Donald Trump and the Fed is going to be? Can the Fed take the right action at the right time? Do we trust in that? Or are we going to be looking at a potential economic slowdown as they slow roll any of their moves as they worry about his tariffs? And what exactly does all of this mean for your savings? You might want to consider diversifying right about now with gold through Birch Gold Group. For decades, gold has been viewed as a safe haven in times of economic stagnation, global uncertainty, and high inflation. And Birch Gold makes it incredibly easy for you to diversify some of your savings into gold. If you have an IRA or old 401k, you can convert that into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or just buy some gold to keep it in your safe. First, get educated. Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. Just text MK to the number 989898. Again, text MK to 989898, and you'll start the process of just getting the 411 on what it means to own gold. Consider diversifying a portion of your savings into gold. So if the Fed cannot stay ahead of the curve for the country, at least you can stay ahead of the curve for yourself. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.